Hello, hi, namaste, and welcome back. The topic of today's discussion is organic farming. So, question has been asked, as you can see in the screen, questions on nutritional value addition, that is organic farming's role in nutrition, then soil fertility, crop productivity, sustainability, profitability, then social, economic, environment dimension, then organic farming, natural farming, something about biodynamic farming, some specific questions like role of biodynamics and cowpet feed in organic crop production. Fortunately, this is a 20 marker question, so we can have option in that. Then what is organic farming? Should a country like India go for organic farming? Is scope limitation? Okay, and organic farming in various agroecological condition of the country. So kindly pause the video and look at the questions. In OPSC, one question asked about Lisa. So we will try to holistically cover this topic. Okay, first coming to various terminologies, that is natural farming. So natural farming is a this is proposed by Masanobu Fukuoka. So basically it is a do nothing farming, and this is a natural way of farming, so it is also called rishi kheti. So what actually happens here, we avoid the manufacture input and equipment. So basically in natural farming we are not intervene much, so minimum human intervention is there, and we are trusting the natural processes. That's why do nothing farming. So here we can say zero external input, or relies strictly on local biomass, bioinoculant and mulch. So we can also write here no do nothing, or minimum human intervention, or zero external input. Okay, then prevent and avoid, this is self-explanatory. Then coming to biodynamic farming. So biodynamic farming means treating the farm as a single self-containing living organism. Okay, so this emphasizes on holistic development and interrelationship between soil, plant and animal. It's a self-sustaining system, so we have to write this one, self-sustaining system. Okay, then one point is self-sustaining system, another point we should write cosmic cycle. Okay, then special biodynamic sprays and compost prepared by using organic waste like cow dung and some herb. In 2023 120 marker question was asked related to biodynamic preparation and cowpet peat. Okay, then method, how we are preparing the biodynamic sprays and compost. So this is a use of fermented herbal and mineral preparation, okay, as compost additive and field spray. Some of the herbal treatment like BD503, that is chamomile flower, and BD504 stinging nettle is used here. Okay, likewise BD508 horsetail tea is used here. Okay, so astronomical sowing and planting calendar, as we have already discussed, this is related to cosmic cycle. Okay. Then advantage, efficiency of production, biodiversity increase, increase organic carbon level, increase microbial biomass carbon and dehydrogenase activity. So I think this is similar to all the types of organic farming. Okay. Then biodynamic farming practices, this is a biological and dynamic. So treating the farm as a single self-living system or self-sufficient system, self-containing system. So biological, we can use green manure, cover cropping, composting, crops for livestock, tillage. In dynamic, special compost preparation, as we have discussed, suppose BD500 to BD508. Okay, so BD stands for biodynamic, and 500 to 508. So these are specific type of sprays or compost that actually used. Then planting by calendar, as we have discussed in cosmic cycle. Then homeopathy, okay, who is proposer of this concept, rural Steiner. Okay, then coming to some terminology like heya, this is high external input agriculture, and opposite of that is leisa, that is lower external input sustainable agriculture. So here external input is applied, but that is actually lower. Why external input is added? Because to supplement the already present input in the farm. So input plus internal plus external input in such a way that natural resources are conserved and enhanced, and productivity and security are increased, and negative environmental effects are avoided. So aim is a stable and adequate production level, long term maximum production. So in sustainable agriculture means long term production, okay, long term adequate production level rather than short term. So our aim is long term sustainable production rather than high production at short term. So why external input are added? Those elements that are deficient in the ecosystem, that we are applying through external input. So LEISA incorporate the best component of ITK, indigenous farmer technology, indigenous technical knowledge and practices, and ecologically sound agriculture. So these points should be written if LEISA is asked in the question. So this is ITK, ecologically sound agriculture. Okay, then sustainability concept, and it lower external input. Why external input are added? The elements which are deficient in that farm or that condition, that actually are added through external inputs. Okay, so now in brief we can see the difference between organic farming, natural farming, biodynamic farming, permaculture. As organic farming we will discuss in detail, then natural farming as we have already discussed. So it is, we can write better zero external input, or those external input very little that is present in the local area, that are actually used. So that's why it is written very minimum. Or we can write jivamrit, bijamrit, okay, soil aeration. So 3 4 years back ZBNF was popular, zero budget natural farming. Okay, Subhas Palekar is the proposer of this concept in India. It has 4 pillars. Okay, okay. Then biodynamic farming, as we have already discussed. So biodynamics means organic and biodynamic substance addition. So and treating the farm as a single self-containing living organism, single self-contained living organism. So we have discussed biodynamic farming like BD 500 to 508. Those are preparation and using various uh, s- herbal like chamomile flower, stinging nettle, or horsetail teas. These are some example. We need not remember everything. Then one certification is also certification standard is used in case of biodynamic farming, that is D-meter international standard. Okay. In case of natural farming there is no certification, and in case of permaculture certification is there but no universal certification system. Okay, universal certification system is there in organic farming, like for India this is PGS India. Okay, and USDA organic for USA. Okay, so in order to export some organic product we need to align our product with this standard of USD organic. So here in permaculture, no universal certification standard. So there is no crop certification. The design credential certification is there. Design credential certification is there. Okay. So the permaculture means mimics natural ecosystem. Okay. So minimum external input, recycling and ecological design. So this is design is more focused here in case of permaculture. Okay. So this actually prefer internal cycling, and input vary based on the ecosystem design needs. So basically this is a whole system design encompassing everything, that is agriculture, housing, energy, community, etc. So that's why we have written here no crop certification, only design credential certification. Okay. Then something specific about biodynamic, natural fermented herbal and mineral mixture. So BD 500 to 508, these are the preparation, Demeter international certification we have discussed already. Then field sprays, and compost preparation. So field sprays, these are the three: field sprays and compost preparation. These are actually used. Then cow pit, that is actually fermented cow dung preparation developed in biodynamic farming. One specific question in 2023 asked. So kindly refer the notes here. So these are very specific questions. These are difficult to remember also, and in worst situation we can go for this question. So cow pit is nothing but fresh cow dung, then powdered excel, basalt rock dust, small quantity, then whatever we know in compost, similar like that only. So fermentation will be there. Okay. Then application, how we are applying this cow pit into the soil. Okay. Then these are the some other organic inputs. Bijamrut, this is for used for seed treatment. This is Jivamrit is used for liquid bioenhancer. So these are used to enrich our answer. So Bijamrut is seed treatment. What we are using here: fresh cow dung, then cow urine, lime, water, fertile soil also. In Jivamrit also we are using fresh cow dung, cow urine, the jaggery, water, pulse floor, fertile soil is also used here. So this is actually used before seeding or before sowing as seed treatment is this, and this is actually applied Jivamrit after sowing. Some other organic product like Panchagavya organic preparation and Amrit Pani. So kindly remember the names and composition of some. Agnyastra, Brahmastra, Dasaparni are also there. Then coming to organic farming. So kindly write the IFOM definition. Okay. Not much difficult to remember. So organic agriculture is a production system that sustains the health of soil, ecosystem and people health, then relies on ecological processes, biodiversity and cycles. And those ecological processes, biodiversity and cycles are adapted to local conditions rather than use of input with adverse effect. Okay. So principle of organic farming. So as we know, four principle: uh, safe, that is care, health, ecology and fairness. Okay. So these are self-explanatory. So many times confusion arises that in organic farming we don't use any inorganic inputs, but that is not true. Inorganic inputs are permitted in organic farming, but those inorganic inputs must be naturally occurring. So naturally occurring mineral salts and elements that are actually used. So elemental sulfur, copper compound, lime sulfur, hydrated lime, suppose calcium hydroxide, calcium carbonate, potassium silicate, kaolin clay. Okay, this can be used. Suppose copper compound are used for pest attack, and calcium hydrated lime, these are actually used for liming the acid soil. Okay. So we can write general principle of organic farming. If question asked about principles of organic farming, we will briefly discuss about the SAFE. Then we will write the general principle given by IFOM. Okay. So these are self-explanatory. Kindly go through the notes. The note will be shared in the Telegram channel. Then need for organic farming. Whenever any question or need asked in any topic, so we should first emphasize that why we are needing this, because the conventional system or what are the system existing have some demerit, certain demerit. That's why we are going for the organic farming. Okay. So the high use of fertilizer in conventional agriculture leading to soil, water, air pollution, then reduced fertility, pesticide residue in soil. Okay, pest resurgence problem. So this is self-explanatory. Then Sir Albert Howard is a father of modern organic agriculture, first used of term organic farming by Lord Northbourne in his book Look to the Land. Then organic farming is avoidance of chemical fertilizer, okay, growth pesticide, growth regulator, livestock predictive, and practicing of these things. And as we have seen, the we can also write here ki all the inorganic inputs are not banned, and certain inorganic inputs are also allowed in organic farming, as we have discussed, like elemental sulfur, hydrated lime, okay, kaolin clay, etc. So in components of organic farming we can write this. Then standards of organic crop production, this is normal, as per the crop production standard, that is package of practices. So these are actually similar: choice of crop varieties, fertilization policy, plant protection, okay, soil and water conservation. Only difference is the conversion period. So conversion period means, suppose we are now doing inorganic, we are doing conventional farming using various inorganic fertilizer. So now we will shift to organic. So this shift will take some hour, will take some time, because in the as we are doing conventional farming, our soil will have residue of various so pesticide or fertilizer, and those heavy metals will be there. And so though when those will be detected in the laboratory, those will not qualify for the organic certification. So in order to reduce that harmful effect, or in order to their presence in the soil, so we have to wait. So that waiting period is conversion period. So time between start of organic management and certification of crop. Okay, so this actually normally takes 2 to 3 years. So this waiting period is called conversion period. Okay, so whole farm including livestock should be converted according to the standards over a period of time. Then choice of crop variety. So all seeds and plant materials should be of organic certified. This is important, and well adapted to climate, resistance to pest and diseases. And use of GMO, genetically modified organism, is not allowed in organic farming. This should be remembered. Then fertilization policy, we know the biodegradable material in farm is allowed. Yes, one important point: natural mineral fertilizer like rock phosphate, limestone are allowed. As we have discussed, limestone is calcium carbonate. We have discussed hydrated lime is used. And this is actually used for liming purposes. Then plant protection for, we can say, for weeds, pests and diseases should be managed by preventive cultural practices. So first we have to go cultural method, then we can go for some mechanical method, cultural, then mechanical method, then third we can go for some biological practices like natural enemy, predator, okay, like that. So use of synthetic agrochemical is actually not used or prohibited. Soil and water conservation is also one standard of organic production. Then results for lower yield of crop under organic farming. So whatever the variety or seeds we are using, so those varieties have been bred for high nutrient requirement and the high water requirement. So those are not suitable for organic farming. So the research and development on input of organic farming is very poor. So as in organic farming, manures applied mainly as basal, but in conventional there is scope of top dressing. Okay. Then slow release of nutrient from organic sources. As we know, the organic, when we are adding the organic, that should be decomposed, then only the release of nutrient will take place. And weed may not be effectively controlled due to no use of herbicide. Okay. Then bulky organic manure coupled with high moisture. So whenever we are applying bulky organic manure, those have a nutrient content concentration low, and those are applied in very high quantity. So what happens, they will retain the moisture. So high moisture that can promote severity of diseases. And in conversion period, suppose inorganic to organic, conversion period is 2 to 3 years. So in these 2 to 3 years we are not using any chemical fertilizer which we are using earlier. So the system is not adapted to the sudden shift. So we will have low yield in conversion period. And to add the tragedy, the farmer have no certificate to sell their produce in premium prices in that conversion period. So this is a double blow for farmer. Then constraints of organic farming in India. So before coming to the constraint, we will first see the scope of organic farming in India. Scope of organic farming, we have a favorable agroclimatic diversity, as you know. our then traditional farming heritage. So many farmers, especially in rain-fed, in tribal area, okay, they actually use very low external input, and ITK of those farmers is very high in case of composting, green manuring, mixed farming, etc. Then growing market demand. So why in organic farming market demand is growing? Because the awareness on health and food safety has been increased in the recent times, and export opportunity is also there. Export opportunity is also there, and we can get premium prices for that. Then government support, many schemes are there, like Paramparagat Kisi Vikas Yojana, National Program for Organic Production, Bharatiya Prakritik Krishi Paddhati. Okay, we will see some more government policy later. Then environmental sustainability will be there. So as we have already seen in organic farming, the soil organic matter is increased, so definitely fertility will be increased. Then biodiversity, uh, soil biodiversity will increase, so that will definitely increase fertility. Then pollution actually decrease because we are not using the synthetic fertilizer or pesticide. Then it also conserves soil and water, that mitigate climate change through carbon sequestration. Then better profitability in the long run, because the though there will be lower yield, we can get premium prices. So these premium prices will compensate for the lower yield and reduce dependence on the costly chemical input. So our cost of cultivation also decreases. Cost of cultivation also decreases. And in rain-fed condition particularly, so our crop will be better resilient. So this actually increases the profitability in the long run. Then employment generation. So as we know, organic farming is labor intensive, so creating rural employment opportunity, say for composting, say for vermiculture, say for processing of foods, certification. So everything is labor intensive, so employment generation can be there. Okay, so this is a current trend in organic farming in India. Around, I have taken this from Apeda website. So total certified area is 6.23 million hectare, total organic farm area is 2.25, and in conversion area is 1.71, and this total certified area of 6.23 is divided into wide held-based collection area and farm area. Okay, so farm area is little bit more than the wild area. Then organic production. So total certified area is 6.23 million hectare and production is 4.69 million ton. So we can say that the productivity is less than 1 ton per hectare. Then organic produce, okay, 4.39 million ton. In conversion produce is 4.31 million ton. So the organic export. So after 2 to 3 years, these organic produce will be more. Okay, so this total will be organic produce, and some more area will be converted in conversion produce. Then organic export. So these are some of the data. Then organic farming's role in nutrition or value and nutritional value addition. One question has been asked previous year. So high vitamin C in many vegetable, high antioxidant, carotenoid, better omega-3 fatty acid, lower pesticide residue, lower nitrate accumulation, better shelf life. Okay, this is important due to high dry matter and antioxidant content. So coming to the limitation of organic farming or constant. Okay, so the limitation has been divided into infrastructure, technological, and behavioral constraint here, and here also some general point. Limitation of organic farming. So basically, we can divide the limitation into conversion period based, certification, technological, extension. As we know, conversion period, there is low yield in the conversion period. Beside, the farmer is not getting the premium prices in the conversion period. Okay, then certification. Certification is actually third party certification, so this is actually expensive also, expensive also, and not easy, time consuming, we can say, time consuming, and basically small and marginal farmers will get difficult to comply with the certification standards. Then technological, some technological, as we can see, nutrient management challenges will be there because there are not so much production of the bulky organic manure or vermicompost. So shifting into organic farming, we will first address this issue, nutrient management challenges, pest and disease management. Then another thing is limited availability of organic input, as we have already seen the seed use that should be also be organic. So very less research is on organic seed production, because whatever the conventional seed we are using, that are actually very much comfortable or aligned to the high fertilizer and water, or high fertilizer and irrigation. So those seeds will not be very much effective in case of organic input. Then knowledge gap also is there, because technical knowledge is farmer is not getting. So we can write this in extension point, because there is issue in conversion certification technology. So definitely that, though that is not adapted well by the farmers, especially small and marginal farmers. So take some extension related issue, that is knowledge gap, and labor intensive is also is labor intensive, and labor shortages wherever, mean many times there, so it increases the production cost. Then difficult for high input intensive agriculture, for example in the rice wheat cropping system area, say in Punjab, Haryana. So those system are actually well adapted to the high fertilizer and high irrigation, but and their yield will be high. So convincing those farmers to go for the organic farming, where the yield may be half of that what they are getting, so that is very difficult. And policy and infrastructure concern, so the market infrastructure is very poor, and processing facility, so we can go write marketing here, we can write processing here, and insufficient research also. Okay, so these are some of the limitation of organic farming. For remember, we can divide into these four heading, then 2 to 3 points in each heading. Okay, then coming to initiative taken by the government of India, that is a scheme NPOP, organic logo, PGS, PKVY. Okay, so here Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, here 20 hectare is one cluster and 10,000 clusters should be there. So why 20 hectare? Because organic farming cannot be a individualistic approach. Individualistic approach, organic farming cannot be, because suppose this farm, in this farm of 1 hectare we are using organic farming, and here suppose conventional farming it is there. So the whatever chemicals or spray herbicide we are applying in conventional farming, that can actually come into the organic farming field. So there is no actually benefit of that organic farming. So the organic farming should be a group approach, or as we have seen, the whole state or whole area, whole village is declared as organic. Okay, is a Sikkim is the first organic state, like the first organic union territory. So these are some other schemes are there: National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture, Soil Health, then Mission for Interior Development, Horticulture, RKVY are there. Okay. Then 4 5 years back, one news came that is Sri Lanka's organic policy failed. Why? Because sudden nationwide ban on chemical fertilizer or other inputs without phased transition. So we have to feed the whole population. So phased transition should be there, and the no transition period was there also, and insufficient availability of compost and organic manure, as we have already discussed. Then sharp decrease in crop yield. Okay, as there is sudden nationwide ban. Then rice and tea, these are main agricultural products of Sri Lanka. Then tea exports also fell, forex earning also reduced, food inflation increased. So what lesson we can learn from their failure? So in the country like India, we should go for phased conversion, not abrupt ban, and adequate organic input availability should be there before we are shifting to organic agriculture. Then research should be there more, and extension certification should be less. That is red tapeism in certification, that should be reduced, and that should be beneficial for the small and marginal farmers particularly. So we can go for actually chemical fertilizer. If we are doing the conventional farming, then we can first go for INM, then we can go for organic farming. So market development and price support should be there. So in one your question asked on organic farming in various agroecological condition for rainfed. This is suited for organic farming as fertilizer use is low there. Then so what we can emphasize there, crop residue recycling, FIM, some drought tolerant crops like millet and pulses we can take there. In irrigated area, this complete organic farming is difficult there because the nutrient demand will be more. So better approach can be IFS or partial organic production. In hill ecosystem, this is a natural advantage, as we can say Uttarakhand, uh, complete organic state. So as chemical usage is naturally low there, and increase in export potential. Say in one district of Odisha, that is Kandhamar, the fertilizer consumption is around 15 to 20 kg per hectare. Okay. So tribal area, okay, one Kandhamal haldi or turmeric is famous there. So very less consumption of chemical fertilizer those farmers are doing. Then in coastal area, so we can go for organic rice and fish, coconut, spice based. And in economics of the organic farming in various agroecological condition, one year asked in Indian Forestry Service men's examination, we can write about the economics here. So coming to the organic farming, uh, okay, this is self-explanatory difference between conventional and organic farming. Okay, so GM crops, as we know, in conventional farming it is used, in organic farming not used. Okay, these are some of the point. If difference is asked between conventional and organic farming, we can write this. Then organic farming and soil fertility, crop productivity and sustainability. So whenever we are applying organic input, so these are the organic input is actually increase the soil organic carbon. Then soil organic carbon does these things. So naturally the soil fertility will be increased. Then high plant growth will be there. And when plant growth will be better, then efficient nutrient water uptake will be there. And pest and disease incidence will be lower. And crop resilience will be improved. Stable crop productivity will be there. So the input cost is lower, premium organic prices, export opportunity, value addition, then higher profitability will be there, and that will actually lead to sustainable agriculture. So we linked some organic farming with soil fertility, crop productivity, and sustainability. Okay, so this is the brief form of that. We can write this in exam for better attention of the examiner. Then one question asked on social dimension of organic farming. Okay, so this actually creates employment. Compost, as we know, this is labor intensive, so employment generation will be there. Then farmer health will be improved. Not only farmer, consumers health will be improved. As we know, one principle of organic farming is health. So women empowerment will be there, as women play an important role in compost preparation, seed production, etc. SHG, FPO, we can write this, and community participation, knowledge sharing, because large number of ITK, indigenous technical knowledge sharing, should be there. Then preservation of indigenous knowledge, revive traditional farming practices, and conserve indigenous crop varieties. So social benefit, social dimension we have seen. Then environmental dimension. Environmental means what actually advantage in soil, water, air, and biodiversity, and ultimately climate change. Okay, and if question ask on economics, so we can write these things: lower input cost, premium organic prices, export opportunity, value addition, so the higher profitability. Okay, so I think this is something about organic agriculture. The note will be shared in the telegram channel, in the community, in the comment section. Thank you for your patience.